What's up, y'all? This is Ty, and I am here to review the new film out on Netflix, Malcolm and Marie. You see, that pause was I almost said Eddie. You know how your brain I almost said Malcolm and Eddie. It ain't Malcolm and Eddie, y'all. I don't know where that's coming from. Malcolm and Marie. Now, this film stars Zendaya and John David Washington, two actors that I enjoy. I like both of those actors. Um, it was written and directed by Sam Livingston, and if I'm not mistaken, he also created and I think directs Euphoria, which is where I know Zendaya from because that's where I watch Euphoria, a show that I enjoy. I know she also did some like Disney show or something back in the day too, but I know her from Euphoria. Yeah, from Euphoria, and I think she was in one of the Spider-Man movies too. But that's where I know her from. Anyway, few fun facts. I read that this film was done at the beginning stages of the pandemic when nobody was filming. That's what they say. Go look it up for yourself. That's what I heard. That they did it with a limited crew and all that. They took all these precautions when they filmed it. And then there was some criticism. Now, some of the criticism is that Sam Livingston, Gary, everyone, he's white. And this film focuses on black characters. And not only does it focus on black characters, it focuses on these characters' issues with white criticism in Hollywood on black art. And so they're saying, how can this white man tell this story and write a story like this? He's not black. That's what some of the criticism is. And can he pull this off? Well, he has two great actors in this, and they probably had some input on things that would make it more authentic. And I think they pull it off for the most part. They pull it off. Now, another controversial thing was the age gap. They're saying that Zendaya and John David Washington are 12 years apart. So what? She grown. But they're 12 years apart. But she grew. You know how many films the man is much older than the woman, but she's grown. But you know what I think it is? The problem is we're so used to seeing Zendaya play a teenager. And so everybody forget that this woman is grown. And she even had to make a statement like, look, I'm grown. I'm grown. Yeah, it's a 12-year difference, but age gap, but she's a grown woman. So people relax, relax, relax. So let me get right on to let me give my shout outs. Shout outs to all the people that subscribe. I got some new subscribers. Mildred, Ratchet, RN, Chris B, Coco B, Van Forston, Gary, Coplo, Patria, what was it? Patria Phil, I believe. Thank you, June, Atif, Penny, Simply Be Yourself 100, and all the rest. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And listen, y'all can help a brother out and hit that subscribe button right now. Subscribe. Come on. Thank you. All right, now let's get down to this film. I don't want to waste your time. Don't want to waste your time. So, Malcolm and Marie, it's about this lovely couple. Malcolm is a writer and director, and Marie is his girlfriend and muse, and she is a former actress and former drug addict. Now, the film starts off. First of all, let me say the cinematography in here is gorgeous. I like the whole black and white thing. It's just beautiful. I love it. And I'm telling you, I like these two. I like I thought they had good chemistry. So anyway, he's ecstatic. Malcolm is happy. He's just coming back from the premiere of his new film, which is about this drug addicted woman. And the film is getting rave reviews. They love it. He's happy because at the premiere, everybody just had such wonderful things to say about it. He's all up on cloud nine. He's happy. Yeah, 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 baby, baby, baby. You know how that is, fellas. Y'all know you coming. You just came from somewhere. You feeling good. You got your woman with you. She fine. You in that mood. But Marie ain't in that mood, y'all. Marie is not in that mood. And I was like, here I go telling my business, but I could relate to that because that reminded me of the time when I came in. We didn't come from no movie premiere. I think we might have came from the movies or something like that, or Costco's or something. And I was just in a good mood, and my woman was not. And listen, Malcolm don't catch the signs at all. He's not right away. He's all happy and talking about, did you hear what they said? And they said this and this and that. And they comparing me to Spike Lee. And they comparing me to this one and that one. Like, all black directors, of course. And he said, well, why they ain't comparing me? He mentioned a director who's not black. And he was just excited. Then he started kissing her butt, literally and figuratively. And he's like, oh, baby, you so fine. You know how we get, fellas. Yeah, girl, because we happy. Yeah, baby, we want to celebrate. And she was not feeling it. She's like, I'm going to make some mac and cheese. I'm hungry. It's like 2 in the morning. What are you doing? He kissing up on, and she was like, he said something's wrong. Then when he finally caught it, because sometimes we don't be catching it in me. When he finally caught it, she was like, listen, this is not going to be a productive conversation, but Malcolm had to push. Oh no, tell me. Never do that. Never do that. Let me tell you from experience. You come in and you all holly jolly and happy, and your woman is acting dry like that. She mad about something. The best bet is to leave it alone. Well, maybe not the best bet, but at that moment, that's how I deal with it. Leave it alone. I'm going to go in the room and lay down. You acting stank. You acting funny. But no, he had to push the issue. So he pushed the issue, and she told him what her issue was. You didn't thank me. You thanked your mama. You thanked your cousin. You thanked this one. You thanked that one. You ain't thanked me. And she said, this film basically was about me. Now, see, this where Malcolm was wrong. Instead of, see, I would have, let me tell y'all, if this was a film based on my life, the film would have been 30 minutes. Because right when she started saying I ain't thank her, and plus I was horny too, and then she's saying I ain't thank her. Yeah, baby, I'm so sorry, baby. I think I make it up to you. I think you went at another hour, your next interview, something. But no, what he does, he gets his ego. He gets in his ego. This film ain't about you. He starts going off. This film ain't about you. And folks, that's the film. Bickering back and forth. That's all these two do. Bicker back and forth, back and forth. But let me tell you, I like these two, and the acting was great. But the film is basically a toxic relationship where people are just arguing. And see, that kind of triggered me a little bit because I don't like that arguing stuff. Especially at night, especially when I just got in the house. Don't bother me, man. I don't want to argue. Listen, I don't like that. So I was like, that nagging back and forth stuff. But they were both getting on each other's nerves. But these two are toxic because then he would say something to get under her skin and try to hurt her feelings, which was wrong. And she would do the same thing, which I thought was wrong. And all he had to do was say, apologize to her for not thanking her. Could have just told her that, But then there was layers to this. And I know there's a lot of people who, I have some few friends that said they hated this film. It was a waste of time because all it was an argument and the back and forth. You know what it was. It was showing too much of their life. I'm like, oh, you mirror held up, huh? You don't like that, huh? But no, no, but I get it. It was a lot of back and forth. But to me, the film was more than just about that. I think it was also the director's way of having this. It was a little preachy, but I think it was his way of some of the issues that they had and concerns was his criticism of Hollywood, his criticism of film critics and how they criticize art. That's what I got from it. I think that the director ain't slick. That's what I pulled from it. That he was he used Malcolm to be his mouthpiece of his frustration with how they just don't get it. Because, for example, Malcolm was pissed off like, why are they asking me if this film is political? It's not political. That wasn't my intention. And how sometimes or many times in Hollywood, they just don't get it. Or critics just don't get it. They just don't understand the art, and especially art coming from a man, art coming from a black man. I feel the director was kind of putting his own frustrations about the criticisms of things that go on in Hollywood. I think that's what this was too. But I know there's people who hated it because they said it was just a film about arguing and a toxic couple. But I say I liked the performances, and they were annoying too at the same time, but I think that was the point. That was the whole thing. But I liked their performances. And we also find out in this film where Marie says to him, why didn't you cast me? Because, she's a former actress and she was a drug addict. And she's like, why didn't you cast me? And after they had this whole argument where he basically told her the film wasn't about him and he said some things to her to hurt her. And, I was like, wow, he was doing a lot of things, saying things to hurt her and vice versa. She said things that hurt him, called him mediocre. And they just went back and forth in this whole little cat and mouse thing, back and forth, tit for tat, pettiness. So yeah, I understand people who didn't like it, but the scenes I enjoyed. I enjoyed a lot of the scenes. One of the scenes in particular, when Marie asked him why didn't he cast her in it, and he goes on to say, "Oh, you're jealous of me." Like he just reacts like I'm like, dude, you don't know how to diffuse an argument, do you? It was just going, and then it was like he said he called all kinds of names, but he said he loves her. So they thrive off of this toxicness. But one of my favorite scenes in the film was when she got frustrated and grabbed a knife, and he thought some harm was going to happen. I thought some harm was going to happen. But basically, she was just acting to show him that she was authentic enough and she could have did the character better because she lived it. And his response to her was like, why didn't you do that in the audition? I thought that was funny. I did think that was funny. So I did enjoy their performances. I do understand people who did not like the film. I wouldn't say I hated the film. I enjoyed it for what it was. Would I watch it again? Probably not, because like I said, I'm not with all the arguing and the back and forth, the relationships, all that. I said, some of the film made me realize why I'm on my own or that I'm free, because it was just so much the bickering. I can't take that bickering, y'all. Oh my God, that it's late at night. Let's go make some love. Let's do something. Why are we bickering? That I can't stand that. But I guess they had to get that off their chest. So, but that's why I was sitting there like, you two are getting on my nerves. And I was like, But see, I'm here, I go making it about me. But that's how I do when I'm watching. I'm just like, man, they getting on my nerves. All this bickering. I don't like all that. Of course, couples are going to argue, but just the way they did it, that would drive me crazy. Back and forth, making up, kissing, back and forth. Now you arguing again, back and forth. Yeah. But the acting in this was superb. So, and on an actor's standpoint, it was a lot of monologues. A lot. So yeah. So at the end, basically, I guess the plot, she just wanted him to appreciate her and say thank you. Just say thank you, Malcolm. That's what I got from it. But they need to listen to each other. But they seem to love one another. They both were toxic though. They were very toxic. That's all I have. Tell me your thoughts. Did you like this film? Did you hate it, and why? I didn't hate it. Like I said, I probably wouldn't watch it again because the whole bickering thing was a little bit much. But I love the performances, and like I said, I like these two actors. So that's all I got for now. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love comments. I love interacting with y'all, and I will see you all in the next video.